Hey everyone, Marc Luber here. Are you interested in leveraging your law degree to work in the legal field without actually having to practice law? We're looking at some creative and entrepreneurial ways to do that today on JD Careers Out There, so stick around. Alright, as you may already know, at JDCOT we explore career paths you could do with a law degree, both in and out of law, and we do that to help you find a career that fits you and help you succeed. Today we're looking at the growing world of outsourced legal support services, and we're exploring the niche known as litigation graphics and courtroom presentation. Our guest is Morgan Smith, and he's the president and founder of Cogent Legal, which is a San Francisco-based litigation graphics company. Morgan's got over 17 years of litigation experience in class actions and personal injury, and he left his law firm partnership in 2011 to form Cogent Legal. Now this is pretty cool. The Recorder's annual poll of law firms and legal services named Cogent the best courtroom presentation provider in Northern California for 2013. Good stuff. Let's meet Morgan. Morgan, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me here today.
Thank you for being here. I'm really appreciating that. And Morgan, I'm going to ask you to tell us all about different roles in the outsourced litigation support services world. But first, give us your elevator pitch on what you do as a litigation graphics specialist.
Sure, I'd be happy to talk about that. The way I describe it is, in today's world, the jury really understands things in a visual manner. It's very important to be able to get visuals in front of them. And attorneys are really not set up often to be able to make these kind of visuals themselves. And so where we feel a role is I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for many years. And when I was practicing, I like to make my own graphics. And I was very involved in that process and figuring out ways to visualize a case and make it so that a jury can understand it. And so now on a outsource way of doing it, I am hired by other attorneys. All my clients are attorneys. And I do all of the visuals that go into a courtroom or a mediation. It can be animations. It can be diagrams, charts, timelines, interactive things. It can be PowerPoints or almost endless possibilities of different ways that you can do visuals in a court in order to explain complex concepts in ways that a jury can understand it better than if you're just talking about it. And so that is my current business, and I've been doing it about 3 years.
That's great. It's exciting. It's interesting because when we watch trials on television and we see those graphics, we don't ever really stop to think, oh, someone had to make those. You know, you just kind of, as a viewer, as someone who's not the litigator and not in the courtroom, you kind of take it for granted. So I'm interested to hear more. Now, for years you were a successful litigator. So what led to you leaving law, choosing to become an entrepreneur and starting this specific path?
Well, it wasn't by any means an easy choice. In some ways, it was the hardest choice I ever had to make because, as you say, which is true, I had a very successful practice with a number of partners that were great attorneys and are still great attorneys and doing well. But I really came to make a decision that I did not want to spend the rest of my life litigating cases. And once I made that decision, then it goes to the next question, which is, okay, if I'm not being a litigator, what am I going to do with my life, and what am I going to do with work in a fulfilling way? And I had to think really hard about what that next step was going to be. But it really started with a decision that litigating was not something that I wanted to do the rest of my life. I did it for 17 years. And I decided that was really about enough.
What makes this new path in litigation graphics rewarding for you?
Well, one of the things that I enjoy the most, and it is when I'm meeting with attorneys and really talking to them in a creative way about how they can think about presenting their case, often in ways that they've never thought of. And it is just so rewarding to be able to help people and feel that I'm getting them to try new things. Some of them they'll end up liking, others they may not like, but then they really realize how to negotiate that path to making their trials and mediations much more visual.
I love it. So let's dig in a little deeper. I want to learn more about this. All right, good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, please give us the thumbs up if this was helpful. And if you're podcasting or watching, please visit us at JDCOT.com. You'll hear lots more there from Morgan on what it's really like to work in these legal support services fields and how you can break in, how you can translate your skills to break in and then succeed. If you're already at the site, make sure you join our membership. That way you get access to the full version of this interview and lots more helpful video content and all of our transcripts. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'm Marc Luber, and I'll see you soon.